What's good, y'all? I am Tatianna Tarot. You can find me here every Sunday or Monday with your tarot energy forecast for the week. This week we are jumping into Monday, November 6th, all the way to Sunday, November 12th. And if you're new to my channel, what is up? What is good? I'm so happy that you're here. I pray that you are able to find some sort of nourishment, solution, and resource in my work. I work as a tarot diviner. I am an Iyalorisa Priestess of the Iyalorisa tradition. I'm a Espiritista. I'm a mom, Akashic record practitioner, and a subtle energy healer. I use these modalities to essentially help people of the diaspora be able to access their self-empowerment, self-autonomy, especially when it comes to spirituality and truth. And so I love to offer these videos to help you guys out in getting some clarity in your life, especially for the week and the month ahead. I know we need it, okay? So go ahead, like, subscribe, and share if you resonate with this work, and let me know how your life has been going down below in the comments, because I love to hear from you guys. Checking in really quickly, let's start with a quick and deep and brief, deep but brief, because that is possible, energy exercise for us to clear our energies, for us to send energy, and for us to receive energy. So I want us to all just kind of settle in and take a couple of deep breaths and bring your awareness into your body. Bring your awareness into this space that is in your body that contains the essence of divinity. If there could be a portal in your body that is where you receive divine information, where there is unconditional love, wisdom, and understanding, where would that portal be? I want you to kind of zoom in on that. And I want you not to just logically think about where it is, but just feel it or have a sense of knowing. And in and through that portal, I want you to acknowledge the presence of your own spirit. Because you yourself have your own divine spirit, your higher self, so to speak. So I want you to acknowledge that. Just be like, what's up? I see you, I hear you, I feel you. And go ahead and acknowledge all of the elevated guides that are here to help you today and moving forward. Acknowledging in and through that divine portal. And maybe some of you guys are getting a sense of what those guides are for you today. I know last week a lot of you guys were like, I saw animals. Maybe it's an ancestor, maybe it's an angel, maybe it's another being that you can't identify. Maybe it's just a sound or something that comes in a different form. And now I want you to connect to the all in whatever way that all means for you, whether it's God, goddess, source, creator. You might want to visualize a symbol that represents this. Maybe it's a sensation, a color, a light. Some people like to visualize the divine light. Some people like to visualize a dove. Or just the intention. You don't even have to visualize anything. Just know that your intention is powerful enough. And now I want us to intend for us to receive divine grace. We're calling forth the energy of divine grace, healing streams of grace. And let that permeate you. And just kind of feel in your body what that means and what that feels like. It's okay if you don't feel anything right now. With enough practice and repetition, you will notice the subtleties of these energies in your body. And we're inviting this light and this divine grace energy to clear what we do not need. Clearing other people's energy from our energy fields. Clearing any cords from all ends. Clearing attachments, holds, maybe statements that we don't mean that are binding us to something, someone, somewhere, energetic contracts. So allow this divine grace to permeate in and through our whole auric fields, our energy centers. Allow our own spirit to provide us with information if we need to know information. Source to provide us with information if we need to know information. Our guides to work on us if we need working. And know that this is happening simultaneously as I am talking, and even after the meditation, it will continue to happen till the work is done. Now, in this space, I want you to set an intention for yourself for this week. Perhaps there are desires that you want to experience. There are things that you need solutions to. Questions you want answers for. Things you want miracles to happen for. Healing that you may need physically, emotionally, spiritually. I want you to just kind of put this in your divine portal and making a gesture of surrendering. I'm putting this out there. I'm putting this in my energy field. I'm trusting that it is heard, it is seen, it will be received, and I will receive what I need when I need it. And now let us take a moment to now send out grace and the benevolence of Source, of the guides that are needed for the innocent of the world. So any spaces and places where grace, miracles, divine intervention, healing, peace are needed, whether it's in Sudan, it's in the Congo, it's in Gaza, it's in the United States, it's in the Caribbean, it's in Haiti, Caribbean, it's in any other part of the world. The innocent, that which needs divine intervention, assistance, protection, healing, guidance. Let's send that energy out there, just knowing that through your intention it's being sent. Maybe some of your guides are providing information or healing. Let us also intend that their guides, the guides of the innocents, rise up and assist them as well in the way that they most need. Let us now, in honor of the season of the dead and the season of the ancestors, send this divine healing streams of grace onto our own lineages, both our maternal and paternal, all within this timeline, this life, past lives, deep back to our original ancestors, our first ancestors, and the cell that created us all. Sending deep healing, clearing any trauma, pain, wounds, attachments, curses, cords, and having all that energy be sent back to Source, or having the need to heal and the responsibility to heal or know what to do, being sent back up to Source, where Source will know what to do with it. Let us be held and carried ourselves, again, amplified with this light of grace. And let us ask for whatever healing and whatever energies that we are needing, may not even know that we need, be provided for us. And again, we ask that anything that it is that we need to take action on or be aware of, that this come up to the surface in a very gentle, easeful, and tranquil way, in a way in which we will be receptive to and feel empowered by. And I want you to just take a moment to feel these energies and let it permeate you. If you want to pause to take notes or spend a longer time with this meditation, you can. But let us now close up, and we give thanks to our own spirit and giving thanks to our guides. We're giving thanks to the spirits of the innocent. We're giving thanks to source and omnipresence energy. And we're now bringing us back to the center. We're bringing us back to this present moment, and we're bringing us back to this tarot energy forecast. This is my offering to you. I know a lot of us are feeling hopeless and an array of emotions at this time, from grief to anger, frustration, helplessness, amplified above and beyond and more. So let this meditation carry you to wherever it is that you need, in whatever form it is that you need, whether it is more fuel for your activism, more hope for the future, more love to be able to pour onto yourself, your family, your loved ones, your ancestors, more clarity on the next steps of your life, and some positive inspiration on how to be a vessel at this time, in whatever form you're choosing to be that vessel. So, final church announcements. This is the last week I am offering lies. This is the last week that my cart is open for my 10-week course offering for my tarot course, Embodying the High Priestess. I'm still up in the ethers, y'all. I love Embodying the High Priestess because it gets into the nuances of what I do here weekly, except I get to teach you how to do it for yourself. I am a proponent in teaching people the empowering tools that they need to be reading themselves, instead of spending $50, $11 on readers reading you, which I love. I've done that too, but I think it's important for you to know this for yourself as well. Not only is it a course in learning the tarot system, but it is a course in mediumship, in intuitive development, and accessing your elevated ancestors and guides in order to read the tarot system. So we get to do all of that together like a big sandwich in a big container of community love. It is my signature course that I release every year. If you know me, I am the queen of courses. I'm a queen of spiritual courses. But I love Embodying the High Priestess. It's my baby. It is my 3rd year, and it is also my final year teaching it live. So this is the last week you can enroll. We officially start on Wednesday, November 15th, next week. Okay, cart closes next Monday on November 13th, all right? So, you know, if you are a person that wants to join us for those 10 weeks live, you are more than welcome to do so. Classes will be on every Wednesday night, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Central, at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or if you're a person that can't make it to those hours and or just needs more time and wants to do it at their own pace, all the live sessions are recorded, and so you can watch it at your modules. You can watch it. And we also have 4 live Q&A sessions in between those 10 weeks of classes. So you can ask me things about, my grandpa came up in the cars and he's telling me this, or this is what happened with my elevation, or I'm getting all these dreams, what do I do about it? And so much amazing stuff surfaces up. And so this is really a time that I offer to be a mentor and provide mentorship for all of you guys that have been looking to work with me one-on-one. And we also get to practice our tarot divination skills in a very safe, fun, joyful, and educationally rich container. The links are down below. I have a payment plan if you need it. And so I can't wait to see you. A lot of you guys have already signed up, so I'm so excited. And also, last year teaching live, part of me is really sad, but really excited to show you what I've been working on and what's coming up next. Okay, so that being said, let's get into this week. What was the dates? I never remember the dates, Okay, Monday, November 6th, all the way to Sunday, November 7th. So Monday, November 6th and 7th. Okay, this is already coming out. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Great Spirit. Not Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you guys are new, I also have an Instagram page at TatiannaTarot.com. That's 2 N's with the Tatiana. And I'm dropping my November tarot scopes there in the form of reels. And I just recorded that, so my brain's not working. You can find the tarot scopes there. This was just the most efficient way for me to do the tarot scopes rather than sit here for another hour and a half and just talk. Child, we got things to do. Okay, so that's why I'm like in that mode. But Spirit, what is it that you have to tell us from November 6th and November 7th? Let's get into it. Okay, honey, so we're getting the Page of Wands as the first card. Page of Wands is looking over the horizon. It is now this dark cloud, this gray cloud that is starting to break. That is not ignoring the realities and the stark contrast of this really severe crisis that we have going on with the world versus how do we now emerge and create a new paradigm, a new earth, as what people say, and still sustain, keep hope sustained, keep hope alive, while also participating in what seems to be a very real material capitalistic white supremacist war and a spiritual war simultaneously. How do we balance these two realities, right? And I think with the Page of Wands, where some of us might start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Doesn't necessarily mean that we have any news that is going to be uplifting or maybe providing like, oh my God, we have some sort of intervention that's happening that's helping the people of the world. I'm not saying that, although it can happen, we don't know. But the Page of Wands, what we're going to do here is focus on ourselves as an individual rather than everything that's going on. Because we can only control what we ourselves are doing as a vessel. We can only, like they said, be the change that you want to see in the world. So you have to start with yourself. And the Page of Wands is saying that maybe on some sort of independent level, you're starting to see how maybe you can facilitate the progression that you want to see in the world around you. Whether it's receiving information about your future, could be like, wow, I really feel this calling to start a non-for-profit, or I really feel this calling to start donating my time with this and this, or I really feel called to share my experience with this that I feel is going to help a lot of women, or I really feel called to shift my day-to-day schedule from working excessively to now prioritizing my family, to now spending more time with the elders in my family. Something as small as that can really create a ripple effect in terms of the collective energy. And so with the Page of Wands, we start seeing some sort of progression. You're starting to make yourself out. You're starting to not only think, what can I do, and see what can I do, but you're doing it. Even in the most minute ways, you're doing it. So this is about self-progression. This is about self-advancement. In some ways, this could be implementing some discipline. Whether you're now prioritizing your mental health and you want to be a better version of yourself, you want to be in the most, you want to position yourself in the most beneficial way to be of use to yourself, to your lineage, to your family, to the world. And maybe for you, that is journaling 10 minutes a day about the shadows that are surfacing up in your heart and the resistance and the emotions that you're coming up with that are troubling you. And so you're doing that to clear that, and a little bit each day it's helping you clear that and understand who you are and why you are the way you are and how you move, and maybe how that's informing you over your next future steps or what you want to do and provide for others in the future. Page of Wands can also be travel. Page of Wands could also be this desire to do more, to see more, to have more, to be more. And so maybe an aspect of your soul is now screaming out and saying, okay, this is the bare minimum, and we've been comfortable with that, and we've been all right with that, and this has been we've been in our comfort zone, but now it's time to see what's possible in this other realm, you know? Maybe if you're a writer, you've been writing, maybe it's time to share your writings. Maybe it's time to create a book proposal, to create an actual piece of work that is going to impact others. Maybe if you're someone that has been undergoing a healing process in private, and you've been really feeling and receiving the inspiring message, divine message, that you need to share your process, or that you need to create some sort of program or a documentation of that process. Maybe that's you going that extra mile out of your comfort zone and doing that. Maybe it's some of us saying, okay, I want a better life for myself. I want a better life for my children. I want a better life for my family. What are the action steps I can take? Maybe that's not now. Maybe that's not in 3 years, but maybe that's in 4 and 5 years. What can I do now so that I can meet those goals in 4 or 5 years? What would it look like if I were to really move in that direction? And what would it look like if I got out of this space of fear and limitation and went after what I wanted, right? That is the Page of Wands. And again, the emphasis is on small, minute movements. We're not leaping. We're not doing those Olympic pole jumps. We're doing tiny little skips that over the process of a couple of weeks and months and years end up being leaps and bounds. And we start to see very, very real changes, very lasting changes, very impactful changes in our lives and in the lives of others. Here we've got the Six of Pentacles coupled with this Page of Wands. And so I think some of us are starting to see that we are supported in our dreams and our visions, and that we are not the only ones. So many of us could have this desire to do something that is seemingly far-fetched in our own brains that we're scared about. But when we share our visions and our desires with others, we start to see like, oh, I'm not the only one that feels this way, or I'm not the only one that shares this fear and this hesitation. I'm not the only one that's been wounded and doesn't want to, take action on this. There's some sort of camaraderie and community and kinship around your desire to be more and to express the fullness of your life, and to really tap into the potential of what you could be and what you're meant to be doing, and realizing that you don't want, because we don't know what's going to happen next, so you don't want to come to the conclusion of your life not having to ever taken a risk, or not having to ever wonder what you could have potentially done with the time that you were given. So the Six of Pentacles is saying that you are actually very resourced. You have support. You have support of community, whether you know it or not, whether it's known community or not, whether it's family or friends, whether it's strangers online or strangers in person. You have people that are, one, supporting you, one, need your services. There's something here that you can provide, whether it's a talk, whether it's a vlog, whether it's a class, whether it's a course, it's a book, it's you just sharing your opinions, it's a not-for-profit, it's a mom and pop shop, it's a product that you make, whatever, right? It's a change that maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's you deciding to leave that toxic relationship in a friend of yours that you didn't even realize is going through something, needed to see you go through that in order for them to have the strength to make those decisions for themselves as well. So there is this impact that you have that you're not aware of, that can only be felt once you take initiative on the things that you've been receiving guidance on. And the beginning of the week, that guidance is just going to get stronger. That desire is going to get stronger, and potentially the fear, if you're not acting on it, that fear is just going to marinate and get stronger and stronger until you just throw yourself out there. Like someone who has the fear of public speaking, it's like, oh my God, I want to do it. I know I need to do it. Oh my God, going 3 months later, the fear is just growing and it's growing. And it's very much rip the band-aid syndrome, get over it. It hurts for like literally 2.2 seconds and then you're like used to it, right? And so that's what Spirit is saying. Again, heavy on the, you need to create the blueprint. The blueprint has not been created. So don't even worry about the blueprint. Worry about the step that is in front of you, the tiny step that you can take now. And then when you're on to that next step, what's the next tiny step that you can take now? What is the guidance that you're getting? And again, at the beginning of this video, I implemented a small meditation. You can go ahead and use that meditation in terms of receiving information on what your next steps are. You know, a lot of that is the practice of somatics and embodiment and intuitive embodiment. Where in my body am I feeling this? What's giving me cues? What's giving me information? What do I need to clear? Where do I need to clear this energy? Where is this energy residing? So on and so forth. Okay, so there is that. All right, so let's get into the 8th and 9th of this week. Great Spirit, the 8th and 9th of this week, Wednesday and Thursday, November 8th and 9th. What guidance are we receiving? This wants to come out, so we're just gonna, Ace of Wands, which is pow, change. Okay, we're seeing things move here. Okay, the past couple of weeks were kind of heavy with emotion, heavy with feeling overwhelmed, heavy with feeling dread, heavy with feeling sorrow. That may still exist. We're not suppressing that. I think we're now using that anger and that frustration and that density as fuel to move forward and do something about it. And so that's what we see with this Ace of Wands, is this spontaneous combustion, is this aha moment, is this something is going to surface, something is going to happen that's leading you to some sort of progression and evolution and liberation. Okay, maybe it's something you didn't expect. Maybe some of you guys, God forbid, lose your job, a relationship ends, an unexpected ticket is given to you, something of the sort, or it could be something very, very beneficial, unexpected marriage, a proposal, a birth. You know, I don't know. You meet someone from a past life that is here, that has been signed up energetically for you guys to do work on your next chapter, your next season of your lives together, and that is the motivation. That's the fuel you needed. In whatever form the Ace of Wands comes, it very much comes with a bam, boom, bop. I'm in your face, and you can't avoid it. Like I mentioned in my tarot scopes on my IG, someone got the Ace of Wands. I don't remember which sign, but this can often be, you know, misinterpreted as something that's negative. You know, if it's some sort of combustion and unexpected plot twist that we weren't ready for, it can easily be misinterpreted as, oh my God, I just lost my job. This is horrible. I really needed this. Without getting like a bird's eye view of what ultimately the divine plan is, the divine blueprint for you is. Maybe you needed to lose that job because it was siphoning your energy. There was negative energy there, or you're being redirectioned for a new purpose, and there's something much better on the horizon that you need to clear that energy for and prepare yourself for, right? And so I want you to reframe and be mindful of your mindset and your perspective when this Ace of Wands comes into your life. And again, I'm not saying that it's going to be negative, but I'm saying have some sort of neutral stance. Really try to see it from a higher perspective. Ask for guidance, ask for clarity, connect to whatever it is that you find sacred to give you that solution, and wait for that to come through. Maybe it's like, I can't see why this happened. I don't understand why this happened. Can you give me clarity on why this happened? And it will come. Knights of Wands is, there's almost like an answer to that coming immediately. Like the Ace of Wands has happened, and the Knight of Wands is the energy that is supposed to take its place, the energy that's supposed to provide the solution, the energy that's supposed to provide the new gate, the new door, the new pathway. I do see like a new unexpected pathway happening for you guys. Maybe you thought you wanted to sustain and stick a certain avenue with your career, and something else just shows up out of the blue. Maybe it's like, oh, I really want to do cryptotherapy instead of being a nurse. I don't know. Whatever it is for you guys, It's coming out of the woodworks. And again, this could be also a person. It could be like someone that you did not expect to meet. Doesn't have to be romantic. Could just be a new friend. Could be a new divine resource. Like, oh, source put you in my life for a reason. You could overhear a conversation, and that was the very thing that you needed to hear. It is going to catalyze you. It is going to fuel you. It's going to give you the fuel, the nourishment, the passion, the conviction you need to take right action for you. Okay. This combination also is a lot of foreign influences, foreign energies. So it could be a lot of emotions and feelings that you have not felt before, maybe things that you don't have words for, could be new ideas, connections in your brain that haven't been made before that are very catalyzing. Could be foreign people bringing in foreign experiences from different lands. Cultures teaching you something new, reading different books, different music, different foods, different ways, progressive ways of doing things. You know, think about upgrading the system, and what we've been talking about for the past couple of weeks is some sort of upgrade that's happening, a shift that has had to happen, right? That is very maybe tumultuous, but ultimately it is what needs to happen for this new level to be approached. And so for us, don't be afraid to learn something from a new point of view, to meet someone that may challenge you, that may bring forth a new belief system, a new faith, a new spiritual way to connect that is very radical. Be radical. Maybe your sexuality is changing, the way you relate to sexuality, your sexual preferences. Maybe your beliefs about family and ancestry is changing. Maybe your way that you connect to your ancestors is changing. Maybe the way you perceive your own story is changing. I see a lot of shifts from being the victim to the victor. Instead of being a victim, you're really taking initiative of your own story. You're taking initiative of what has happened to you, no matter how tragic and traumatic. It's almost flipping it and saying, okay, I will not be the underdog. I refuse to be the underdog. I will come out on top. And this could be something that is evoked quite literally within you, or it could be the way that you're moving in the world is now showing you that you are the leader, that you are in control of your own reality, and you're going to do things about it, and you feel good about what you're thinking. You're feeling good about the actions you take. You're feeling good about the things you say. You're feeling good about the things you believe in. You're feeling good about the energies that you're permitting to be around you. You're feeling good about your boundaries, right? Things seem to be in alignment, but there has to be some sort of cataclysmic or alchemizing, cathartic release and actions and very radical awarenesses that have to happen in order for you to be shift back into place, into alignment, so to speak. And so we see that with the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Wands. And again, it could be a person, but it can also come in various forms, right? A book that you read, a reel that you see of someone in a foreign place that just like shifts things into perspective to you, you know, so on and so forth. So let's get into the weekend, the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th. That is Friday the 10th, Saturday the 11th, and Sunday the 12th. What is the message here, Great Spirit? A lot of pages, a lot of solutions. Okay, this is it's feeling like we have been underwater for so long, and like we're literally within the last minutes of losing our breath, and finally something just pulls us out of the water and we're able to take a deep breath and we have our hope again. This is what we're getting with the Page of Pentacles, but especially when the Page of Pentacles is coupled with the Nine of Swords. Page of Pentacles is practical, okay? This is Mr. Practicality. This is Mr. Solutions. This is Mr. Problem Solving. This is Mr. What can we do with in the real world? What can we do in real world steps? My emotions feel like this. I feel like this. I'm really activated by this. What can I do to feel like I am making a difference? What can I do to see a small shift in my reality, in my world? What can I do to at least feel seen, feel heard, feel supported? Okay, Page of Pentacles is going to come with solutions. Page of Pentacles, again, we're not focusing when it comes to the pages. We're bringing in court cards and energies that are starting their journey. They're not experienced. They're just learning to figure it out. They're learning each step. They want to make it to the long haul. So they're not trying to start off running and wasting and exerting all that energy from jump, because they know they're going to have to be running for 50 miles, right? And so if you exert all that effort now, you're going to get burnt out. You're going to get disillusioned. You're going to get disempowered. You're going to get tired. And so the Page of Pentacles is all slow and steady wins a race. It doesn't matter if it's the Page of Wands, it's the Page of Swords, it's the Page of Cups, the Page of Pentacles. You're dealing with small steps, little by little. So Page of Pentacles, for sure, Pentacles being the earth, takes a long time for things to grow on earth, takes a long time for the seed to blossom, right? And so these are little small glimpses of hope, little small action steps you can take, little small things. Whether that's, oh, I really feel like I can't do anything, but maybe I can donate $10 to this organization. Maybe I can repost. Maybe I can start researching how to start supporting this non-for-profit, right? Maybe I want to start a business in this, and I'm going to start looking up YouTube on how to create a business plan. Maybe I am a yoga teacher and I really want to serve women and children that have gone through domestic violence. And so I don't feel comfortable starting my own studio, but maybe I'm going to donate classes at a clinic or a shelter, like something small. What can we do now that feeds the fuel that we have for the long term, right? But it moves us forward little by little, right? I do see this, a lot of our disillusionment, a lot of our sorrow, a lot of our mental stress is being alleviated, right? The pressure is being released, right? I think it's been expressed, it's been articulated, it's been felt, it's been unavoided, right? And now whether we're receiving guidance in a divine way, whether we are just sitting down and actually thinking about logical steps, some sort of solution, some sort of a crack in the dark window is being released, and that crack slowly gets a little bit bigger, right? But that crack is all we need to be able to see that there is some sort of light at the end of the tunnel. And that is enough for you guys at this time. That is the best that we can work with. Try your best daily. All right. For those that find themselves in financial predicaments where there isn't enough, there is some sort of hope here. There is some sort of little by little. It could be a small project, could be the small coins are slowly adding up to something bigger. Could be you taking initiative, looking for side hustles, someone that's asking you or presents a solution that can be ultimately at the end of the road, something that is much more feasible for you, promising for you, so on and so forth. If you're having relationship issues and there's a lot of strife and there's a lot of stress and there's a lot of discord and dis-ease, there could be some sort of catalyzing communication that is presented. Somebody can present you with, look, this is what we need to do to move forward, or this is what I can do. What can you do, right? How do we meet ourselves in the middle? So this could apply so many ways. It could be, obviously, we're not separated from the global occurrences that are happening. We're all related. It's all energy. We're all spirit. We're all related, even though we're not in those direct zones of chaos, right? But we're still directly, intrinsically linked to them. So we could be feeling the aftermath effects and on an energetic wave level. So that's obviously something that's going on here, but this also could be applying to your life in a much more intimate way, in a much more day-to-day, what's going on in my life. How do I start applying this to my life? And so just kind of place your awareness on how the Page of Pentacles could be promoting efficient steps, small, efficient, tangible steps that lead to tangible outcomes and solutions, good, efficient solutions for you. Okay? So let's tie this in together. We're using the chalks of KIKONGO. I have the link down below for you guys. So the chalks of KIKONGO, Great Spirit, what is the guidance for us this week? What is the message? Energetic footprint. What did I just talk about? Talked about us all being intrinsically linked, intrinsically connected. What's happening to one person is happening to us. Everything you do in life is recorded and attributed to your energetic footprint. What you sow, you will reap in this lifetime and in the next. Opportunities to settle unresolved issues will present themselves as you move through different dimensions and reincarnations. Be mindful of the karmic remnants you create. You will have to answer for them. Other meanings. How you live is how you die. Uncle Gil Ibaye Baye Tonu. Even when we transition to the ancestral realm, we are still responsible for our spiritual growth and development. As the coil depicts, our energetic footprint is infinite. You will encounter cycles within cycles. Be patient with yourself. You do not stand alone. Your existence has a ripple effect on the community as a whole. Carry out your mission with nobility. Digging deeper. What are you doing to ensure the desired legacy you will leave behind in this lifetime? How have past life themes showed up for you in this life? Have you given thought to the type of ancestor you'd like to be for your children, family, and or community? In what ways do you acknowledge your growth as a circular motion rather than linear? Okay, so meditate on that or revisit the meditation and ask those questions as you're doing the meditation and feel the answers within your body or see what comes up. This is not performative. Spirituality is not performative. Intuition is not performative. It's embodiment. It is your natural state of being. And the more we can return to that, the more we can understand that, the more we can let ourselves be, the more easier and faster the solutions and the answers come, the more accessible guidance is for us. So as per always, I'm sending you guys all the love, all the grace. Pass it on. If there is some ounce of hope, wisdom, service, guidance that you're feeling called to provide out there, doesn't matter if it's a freaking YouTube video, doesn't matter if it's an ebook, doesn't matter if it's words of hope that you want to call and tell your friend, please be a beacon of light in this world because we need it more than ever before. And may it catalyze us to receiving and experiencing the miracles that we need, the divine intervention that the world needs, that the innocent need. And as per always, I'm sending you guys so much love. All right. I hope to see some of you guys at the Embodying the High Priestess next week. This is the last week. You can grab it and sign up below. And I'll see you guys next week. Again, the tarot scopes, again, are going to be on my IG. Sorry, guys. Tatianna Tarot. So if you want to see your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, check out the reels down there. And I will see you real soon. Peace.